The raw over kibble debate. Is feeding raw really worth it? Hi, I'm Jennifer Kirby. I'm coming here today to tell you why I started Pharmacy Pets and what we're all about. In the video following this introduction, you're going to learn a bit about the pet food world, why we have the foods we have today, and how you can make better choices surrounding the foods you choose to feed for your pets. I've been a professional chef my whole life, and that's been over 20 years now. 10 years ago, I started my first dog treat brand, and during my time consulting with customers, I found that more and more of my time was spent answering questions regarding nutritional aspects of the foods that people are choosing to eat. And that is why I decided to start this company here, Pharmacy Pets. I wanted to have dedicated time available to help teach pet parents how to feed better. And here we are. I can't wait to share my knowledge with you. Follow along with us for more. You've heard it said, feeding pets a raw diet that's biologically appropriate can significantly reduce allergies, joint and skin issues, help maintain a healthy weight, and ultimately lead to longer lifespan and enhanced vitality.
But is that true?
This method focuses on fresh, whole foods that not only mirrors the diets of their ancestors, but more importantly, aligns with their natural bodily requirements. It includes raw meats, bones, organs, and some vegetation, while steering clear of processed grains and artificial additives. Carnivorous pets are naturally equipped to handle foods that are real, natural, and sometimes even perceived as scary. Their stomach acid is 10 times more potent than ours, capable of dissolving bone. This type of meal is what nature intended for them to eat to maintain their health and strength. Feeding carnivores a diet rich in refined starches, loaded with carbohydrates and starchy vegetables, can lead to inflammation and irritation in their bodies.
Why does dry food even exist if it's not healthy?
In order to understand why we have this type of food, we must go back in time. The demand for metals during World War II led pet food producers to innovate with a new type of food that didn't require tin storage. This kibble was made at high temperatures, utilizing assorted scraps, and included carbohydrates and starches as binders to keep the food pieces intact. Over the years, kibble manufacturers have evolved to cater to consumer preferences by incorporating various flavorings, colors, fiber, and vitamins into their blends. Not to mention pictures on the packaging to remind pet parents of what went into their recipe, or what they'd like pet parents to believe went into their recipe.
Wow, this is actually shocking. I had no idea.
Despite the addition of vitamins and minerals intended to make these dry food options balanced, this approach to pet food production has not succeeded in eliminating the carbohydrates and starches that contribute to the multitude of health issues that pets face today. Even the very best quality brands utilize starches to bind their ingredients. They will tell you that this is a protein source. The nutritional information will list this protein on the label with no distinction to where the protein comes from, which means that meats, grains, legumes, they're all lumped together to make it a high-protein food. The companies who are making and selling this type of food became wealthy decades ago, and despite new studies on pet nutrition, they will continue to back their brand's reputation by partnering with veterinary schools and pouring billions into marketing. Their businesses depend on continued sales, and they want you to believe that they know more than you do about what your pets need nutritionally.
Mind blown! Why is this food even legal?
Well, the federal government has the Department of Agriculture. Each state's Department of Agriculture decides what is allowed, primarily what should be on product labeling. This can get confusing when a brand operates across many states. So an organization called the Association of American Feed Control Officials, known as AFCO, was assembled to establish a set of standards that would make it easier for pet food manufacturers to be consistent with their labeling from state to state. AFCO is not a department of the government. It's a group of people who represent pet food manufacturing, oftentimes comprised of members from the same big companies who are telling you that dry food is what your pets need. AFCO has established itself as the place for pet food manufacturers to go for answers regarding labeling, despite the fact that most have no idea what AFCO is. who it's comprised of, or what their role in pet food production even is. They have no role at all. States might or might not choose to adopt the guidelines that AAFCO has established. Pet food manufacturers are encouraged to follow AAFCO's model regulations to simplify compliance with the various state labeling laws. AAFCO has established credibility by claiming governance over pet food practices. Many pet parents don't even know what AAFCO is, but might see the name and trust that it is a government agency who makes sure everything is safe and good in the pet food world.
So if I shouldn't feed Kibble, how would I go about changing to a different diet?
Changing your pet to a biologically appropriate raw diet can feel overwhelming, but we want to make it as easy as possible for you. The sooner you can make even a small change to the bowl, the sooner your pet will feel relief, regain lost energy, annoying allergies will disappear, walks will become longer, and vet visits will become less frequent, among other benefits. At Pharmacy Pets, we give our time to helping you learn how to do this on your own, either by changing the bowl completely or by making small changes to the bowl. We offer in-person group classes, online group training, private tastings, nutritional consultations, personalized recipe development, and at our store, we are always available to answer questions you might have. We want to keep things as simple as possible. And starting with our Dog Food 101 beginner class for pet parents, you will become empowered when making choices to improve your pet's health. Our method of instruction weeds out all the clutter that will leave you feeling overwhelmed and focuses on only the absolute necessities for beginners. As you grow, we offer more advanced training to help you along the way. We do this solely because we want to see every pet live as vibrantly as possible for as long as possible. We hope to be your trusted source as you take this pathway. We're here to guide you as you learn what it takes to build a better bowl. You will leave this in-person class with the ability to confidently choose foods to add to your pet's routine. Reserve your space to start on your fresh and raw feeding journey. The time is now.
Oh my gosh, I do not want to miss out on this opportunity. I'm signing up right now. This is going to be so exciting!